Now I am going to show you how to add some information or how to add data into the database using the model. This is very easy. I am going to show you. First, I am going to close that I did in the last day. Okay. First, I am going to add HTTP into controller. Here I will create a controller. For example, I am going to create PHP artisan make controller and here home controller. So my controller is created and I am going to the home controller and here public, then function, then index, for example. So here view, or here I can do something. As I will add some information, I will check if the data is inserted or not. So this is okay. Now I am going to my web route. So I am going to the routes web.php and here call the controller app http, then controllers, then home controller. And here I am going to remove the function from here. So this is home controller class and then method is index. Now I am going to the home controller and here this is the index method. Now what I will do, I will just call the model here. In order to call your model into the controller, because I will use the model to create the data. So here you will have to call the model. So here you will have to call use app model, because my model location is into the app. Then you see that models, it will be models, and then the model name is, for example, I will work with the customer. So customer, okay. So this is the customer model, this is the model. So I will use that model here in order to insert data into the customers table. So first what I will do, I will have to use the new customer. I am going to create an object of this model class and here I can give something like that object equal to new customer. Now I am going to call object name. Here I will put some data because I have the customer. Let's check it. I am going to check in my customers table what are the fields: name, email, phone, country. So I am going to add name, then email, phone, country. So here it will be email, then it will be phone, and then it will be country. Country is Bangladesh, my country. Phone is 012, email is rfindev@gmail.com, and name is, for example, Morshedul Arifin. So like this. Now after assigning the value to the variables, I am going to call object save. That means the data will be saved into the database. So this is very easy. You see that this is a very straightforward method. Now if I run this, that means if I run this route, that means automatically this function will be called. So let's check it. I am going to refresh. Yes. Now I am going to check the customers table. You see that the data I tried to insert is showing here: name, email, phone, country, right? Now I am going to add another data, for example, Patrick. Now I am going to give here another email, Patrick 018, for example, another country, USA. Now if I refresh it again, you will see that another data will come here. Refresh, you see that the second data has been inserted into the table. So this is very easy, and I am going to do one thing here now, that is I am going to show the data. In order to show the data, for example, I am going to create here another method, public function show, and using this I am going to show all the data. I can create a view here, return view, that is show. So I will create a view into here, that is into the resources. Where is resources? Here resources, views. Here I am going to create show.blade.php file, and here for example I want to show all the data. So in order to show all the data there, I will first take all the data, that is customer, right? So in the customer I can call the all method. If you call the all, that means you will get the customer data. So customer data equal to customer wall. Before sending it to the view, what I will do, I am going to check it if the data is coming or not. So customer data, I am going to use the DD. So let's check it, but there is no route defined. So here I am going to define a route, that is for example show home controller, this is show. Now I am going to check it. Here I will call the show. You see that all the data comes here. This is the first data, and if you go to the second one, this is the second data, right? So here you can see all the customers if you use the customer wall function. If you want, you can also use another one, that is get method. So if I now run this, you will see that the get method is showing all the information again. So in order to get all the data step by step, what I can do, I can just use this customer data like this. This variable, for example, I am going to pass into the view. Okay, so here I am going to pass using compact. This is customer data. So in the show I can use that. So using the for is blade directive, I will get all the customer data as item, and here end for is, and into here I can easily show all the data using the item directive. Item of what is my information. For example, I want to see the name, and I am going to use the beer. Now if I refresh it, you will see that all the names are coming here. You can show the data as a table format in order to show it well, that is you can call here the table, and then you can show here TRTS, then something like that. I am going to copy. So this is for example serial, and this is name. What are the data here? Name, email, mobile. So name, email, phone. Here is phone, and last one is country. And into here you can use the loop, because that table body will be actually the loop items and the data. Now I am going to show TRTD like this one, and I am going to remove this one. I will put here into the TD. So one is name, another one is email, phone, country. Name, email, then here I am going to show the phone, and here will be country. And here I can use the loop iteration method, that is loop iteration, to show the increment, that means auto increment 1 2 3 like this. So here refresh, you see that this is the serial, name, email, phone, country, it is showing. That means in the table format the data is showing here. If I insert another data, for example, if I give here for example Smith, and country is Australia, and here is Smith, and here is 017. If I just refresh it, another data inserted. Now if I go to show, you see that another data is showing here. That means all the data from the database table is coming here. So in this way, using the model, you can easily show all the data, and you can easily insert the data into the database.